Hello networkers, my name is Michael, and in this video I want to give a review of the Garmin Forerunner 645 Music. So right now when I do my runs, I use the Garmin Forerunner 235, and it just tracks distance, time, pace, things like that, heart rate. And I also have a little tiny Apple iPod Shuffle, I think it is. I think it's a Shuffle. And of course my wired headphones. So I've been doing that for a long time. When I do my 5Ks, 10Ks, I've done a lot of half marathons. I've done a marathon. I do long runs, 20 miles, and that's pretty much what I've been using for several years. So my requirements is I want a watch, a reliable running watch like the Garmin watch where I can track the distance, the time, the pace, things like that, and have my music device consolidated into one device instead of two. So I've been searching for a watch that had those requirements. I've been looking at the Apple Watch for such a long time. Well, the Apple Watch 1 couldn't do it because it didn't have GPS. Apple Watch 2 had GPS, but there were a lot of concerns from runners about the reliability of that watch. Then there was the Apple Watch 3. And I didn't want the touchscreen. I just wanted something where I can actually use physical buttons. And I really loved the Garmin watches. So I was waiting for Garmin to have their version of a watch with music capabilities. And sometime in January or February of 2018, it finally happened. I was a happy camper. And I bought it very quickly in early of April 2018. And it's a great looking watch. And I went ahead and got it all connected, started doing my runs. And after a week of using the watch for GPS, music, doing a lot of my long runs, short runs, things like that, I'm returning it. And I give it a thumbs down. Let me tell you why. The first problem is really the poor music navigation on the watch itself. Now the watch itself has all the regular buttons if you are familiar with the Garmin watches. It has the start, stop, back, up, down, and the light button. Great. But the navigation of trying to access that while you're doing a run or more importantly doing a workout needs some serious attention. The second problem that I experienced with this watch, or my problem with the watch itself, is accessing music during a workout. So when you're going for a run and you want to change songs, you can actually go to the menu option and you can change the songs. Okay, it takes some practice to get familiar with where it is located at. But I like to do workouts. I like to schedule, like I'm going to do a warm up. I'm going to do this kind of an interval run and rest interval and cool down. I do that all the time. So I program my workouts. I send it to my watch and there it is. Now I remember I was basically doing a workout and I wanted to change the song because I was part of a resting interval. And there was no options during the workout to change the song or to stop it or anything like that. And I got very flustered, like what is going on here? I can't believe that that's an option. I could not figure out how to do that. There's no option to navigate to that without stopping the workout. The third problem I have is with the battery life on here. It is not good, it's not as advertised. So on Garmin's website, they say that with GPS and music playing, you get 5 hours. I actually could only do 3 hours. So I'm assuming they mean GPS, music, and Bluetooth because we're listening to music through here. And I'm guessing that's the extra juice that really drained the battery life of the actual watch. And that's a problem though, if you're trying to do a marathon or an ultra, which I do. These simply cannot sustain for those kind of runs. That's really for a shorter, basically half marathons and below, or basically if it's anything under 3 hours. So that's something that I had concerns with. However, my biggest two problems are this. So I bought these headphones from Amazon. These are the Senso. They're basically pretty good. They were very affordable because this watch costs like almost $500, so that's not cheap. So, and I don't need nothing great music quality when I'm running. I don't care about that. I just want some music that I can listen to. So these cost like 25 bucks or something like that. And, I pair it up with Bluetooth to the watch itself. And when I start doing my runs, I was noticing that there was a lot of intermittent, like it was like breaking up. The song was like, it wasn't clear like how I would listen to it through my wired headphones with my iPod Shuffle. And I'm thinking like, man, maybe these headphones really suck, and that's what I assumed. And I did it a couple of times just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. But I was getting bad quality. The music was cutting out, in and out, in and out, in and out. So, as an IT person for about 20 years, I said, well, let's just make sure that's not the watch. So I actually went for a run with this watch, and I went for a run with my headphones paired with my iPhone. And what I found out, there were 0 drops, 0 connection issues with my headphones and with my cell phone. It was perfect. And that was not acceptable because I bought this purposely to do my GPS, my music, everything all on one device, and it couldn't do that. Furthermore, when I did a workout, had my music playing at the time that these were all paired together, it crashed. I got the Garmin screen of death. And basically it rebooted itself, it came back, it went back to the workout, and it said that I ran like a 4-minute mile, which I can never do, by the way, not even a 5 or 6-minute mile. And that for me was truly the final straw. I said that this watch simply isn't ready for prime time and meeting my requirements of why I bought this watch originally. So my final points about the Garmin Forerunner 645 Music. I was very, very disappointed. I was looking forward for this to actually work and to consolidate my devices. But again, it is all boxed up or ready to be boxed out and shipped. I felt like I wanted to do this review just to kind of share my personal experiences and what my requirements were and kind of how I did my troubleshooting to determine that it's not my headphones that's the problem, this is the problem. It crashes, the navigation of music is a problem, the battery life is a problem, the connectivity of the Bluetooth connection or between the devices is a problem. There really needs to be a dedicated button for music. That could be right there. A dedicated music that whether I'm doing a workout, doing a run, if I want to access my music, I just press the music button and I can access that particular screen to pair up my headphones, skip, all that kind of stuff. That desperately is needed for this watch, and that's one of the first things there. So I will have to wait until this watch matures a couple of years, because maybe the Garmin watches for the long time, it took them a lot of maturity. So I will wait until this happens with the music watch. It simply isn't there yet. So I will wait until, again, there's better control of music on the watch itself. Have a music button, Garmin. Hope you watch this video. If the battery life for GPS, music control, and Bluetooth is basically 10 to 20 plus hours, I'm just going to put it out there. We need to focus on battery life with our technology instead of making things pretty. Battery is really important, so perfect that technology. If the battery life improves with that, then maybe I will consider a future version of the Garmin Forerunner Music series. But as of now, I'm returning it and I'm going back to the basics. I'm keeping my regular Forerunner 235 because it does the job perfectly. And I'll keep my wireless headphones and use my cell phone to listen to music until the day changes. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep networking, or in this case, keep running.